President Trump doubling down on his demand for the border wall yesterday.
The only way you're going to do it is to have a physical barrier, meaning a wall. And if you don't have that, then we're just not opening. The people of this country want border security. You know, it's not a question of me. I'd rather not be doing shutdown.
All right, joining me now is Tennessee Congressman and member of the House Appropriations Committee, Representative Chuck Fleischmann. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lauren, and belated Merry Christmas and an early Happy New Year to everyone.
Indeed. Will it be a Happy New Year? When does the shutdown end?
Well, let's hope so soon. This is a situation that, as an appropriator, it really tugs at my heart. We worked so hard this year on the House Appropriations Committee. I'm a member of the Homeland Security Subcommittee, and it's very, very sad. Unfortunately, the Democrats have gone backwards. They had a position earlier in the year where they had a number that they could live with. The president has been very straightforward all along about the $5 billion, but even he showed some flexibility. But now it just appears, for whatever reason, at the end, Schumer and Pelosi have retreated to a position that's just untenable with the American people.
It seems like it's more about semantics. Is it a wall or a structure? It's about semantics and politics over policy. You know, in a few days from now, the president's headed to Texas. He wants to show us a groundbreaking ceremony of what 115 miles of wall will look like. I'm curious, and where is that money coming from?
Well, obviously, we appropriated money for this. That's where this money has come from. Unfortunately, we have a situation where the Democrats had agreed earlier this year to a number. It was not as high as what we and the president wanted, but it was higher. They have gone back, and it's a negotiating tactic that just doesn't work. If you state a number as they did and then you go backwards, that shows bad faith. And it's just unfortunate right now that we're in this position. The optimist in me says over 70% of the American people want border security. You're absolutely right. This is a semantic issue for the Democrats. They're playing politics with it. Whether you're talking about wall, border security, we need all of the above. This is about protecting the United States of America, our sovereignty. We have a situation where criminals are coming across, known terrorists are coming across. We've got to keep the American people safe.
Just out of curiosity, how much, more or less, would 115 miles of border wall cost?
Well, it depends on what they actually use to build it. Obviously, when people think of a wall, they can say brick and mortar, but there are other structures that can be used as a barrier that can actually be less expensive to build. So the point is, we need to move forward building this barrier. It sends a message. Unfortunately, people who are trying to come into this country illegally, if they see porous borders, they're going to continue to come. And we've seen increases over last year, people trying to come in illegally. And I think one of the reasons is because the United States government has not been as strong as President Trump and as House Republicans have been in insisting on building this wall.
Democrats are also digging in here. Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they're taking aim at the president over the shutdown because of money for the wall. They're actually targeting the House Freedom Caucus, tweeting that as long as President Trump follows its lead, a solution will remain out of reach. Who blinks, Congressman?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of blinking. I think it's a matter of sitting down at the table and acting on behalf of the American people. Let's face it, I'm elected in my district, 435 members of the House, 100 members of the Senate, and we elected President Trump to do what he is doing, trying to keep us safe. And I can think of no issue more important than border security in trying to keep all of our borders safe. If something were to happen in this country and it's found out later that more of these people have come in illegally and we didn't do everything possibly to stop them, then the American people are going to look to the elected officials and say, why didn't you take steps to do that? On my behalf, I promise that I'm going to continue to do everything possible to keep us safe.
And our elected leaders